thought it was over? Nah, we just getting started. Hands to the ceiling, throw 'em in the sky.
These two behemoths looking to destroy one another. Is champion again.
It's lights out for you, payback, sir.
Big dog Roman Reigns with an emphatic. It's Randy Orton attacking McIntyre.
Step up.
Retaliation on the mind for Keith. Shayna Baszler.
We are going to take care of Shayna
Murphy. There are going to be no rules because
you're in my veins, you can see it in my eyes. Hands to the sea, we've been the top of my list.
I will win back my.
This is your war. Payback. Payback.
Tonight, members of the WWE Universe are watching experience known as the State of the... Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come.
The following, introducing first, accompanied Bobby Lashley.
Lashley is by far one of the most dark business has arrived at WWE. Arrived in style with one goal in mind.
As you know, is in the business of hurt, but tonight we're running a of your career over me. Last week it's CEO of the Hurt Business. You spent a month at home, race championship, and make sure that you become
Hurt Business means exactly that. It's all
States Championship and the Hurt Business final.
From Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in, Apollo Crews.
Does have quite the advantage here, not only because Shelton Bench one who caused the bulging disc in the neck
for Apollo Crews, and there's no doubt about it. That man.
A week ago at SummerSlam, not the case here tonight. Full compliment for the Hurt Business.
Licking their chops, looking for any opportunity to make.
Trying to get into the head of the United States champion.
Controls these lands, and he is the man that will walk out.
I guess, yeah, MVP and Shelton Bench.
Bobby Lashley.
I guess MVP and Shelton Benjamin are like Jack.
Have some confidence knowing he's got MVP and Benjamin. Is there any stopping Lashley?
I mean, this is Lashley. It's about mental domination. Lashley's the type of guy who's going to show up at
240 pounds, but moves like a man. The man he's referred to as a little man, Apollo Crews.
From Apollo Crews, no intimidation, despite the numbers advantage.
In front of him. But Bobby Lashley has put him on the shelf.
From Bobby Lashley, which MVP is deemed the full Crews out for a month on the couch with his wife. And Apollo showing what he can do, but Lashley's still up.
Because he's sure is not going to empower him.
Whoa! Hands on Apollo Crews, or else this match could be.
And they're not, Tom.
Superstars out of the counter, 10 to get back inside.
Hey, but this is a championship.
And that breaks the 10 count. Crews back in about Lashley.
Well, that's why Lashley's been dubbed.
That Lashley is capable of.
Crews.
Oh, it is absolutely terrible, Tom.
That can completely alter the landscape of this match.
The champion Apollo Crews, the only way the title.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Lashley using as much of the environment as was brilliant here seconds ago. Bobby Lashley rolled back inside.
Gotten under their skin, and how much it would really tear Apollo Crews. Apollo say, I'm afraid of losing this title. This title is defined.
To that point, Byron, I mean, when you look at this matchup right now, I mean,
think about how long the Hurt Business has been pursuing gold here inside the spectacular WWE.
And Bobby Lashley, he just shut down the airway right now. I mean, just
matches tonight at WWE Payback.
A lot of people can say that when you're in the ring with Apollo Crews.
And Bobby Lashley, he's onto a strategy here. I mean, he's...
Apollo Crews able to counter for a moment. Standing. That is what is so difficult about facing the effortless power into the Dominator. Could this... Oh, and a kick out. Watch this. This kick by Crews. Boom. Say the Hurt Business and Lashley. This match isn't over. Lashley thought he had it in the bag. Oh. They got a little... Another kick.
Now Apollo.
Tom, and that wasn't the wisest decision on Apollo Crews' part.
Apollo Crews taking flight, connecting with the cross.
I mean, those ribs, that liver, I mean...
Core of Apollo Crews, but look at the United...
I mean, those ribs, that liver, I mean, it took all that...
Apollo Crews, but look at the United States champion.
Apollo Crews getting fired up, and he's going to need it.
Up we go!
Well, to go for the toss power bomb.
Apollo may be poised to put this away. Can you imagine what this would do to the Hurt?
And this is Apollo Crews' best opportunity. This is the best he's...
Trying to psych himself up here against Lashley. Oh, into the top turnbuckle.
This match could have.
And another German.
Apollo Crews is going up.
Lashley's got over. It's over. No, a kick
Off the top with a frog splash.
Oh, how Lashley endured. MVP's in serious danger here as well because he's thrown some of his
Shots left himself.
Oh, on the move now, Crews. And now Lashley. He can see licking his chops. Zeroes in for the full net. Apollo Crews taps. Lashley is United States champion, the Almighty, and has collected the United States moment for MVP Benjamin.
The Hurt Business got exactly what
CEO of the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, was just soaring for this group.
You know,
Apollo Crews didn't appreciate the victory celebration for the Hurt.
I'm getting that title back. You believe that?
Apollo Crews wants that United States Championship.
Bobby Lashley is your new for the Hurt Business here at WWE.
Class Amway Center, an unprecedented WWE brings the Thunder inside Graves. And speaking of SmackDown, the entire world.
Wild night on SmackDown for sure. Mr. McMahon was in the house. Signatures from all three participants in tonight's Universal title.
Reigns to sign.
Right now, I will be at Payback on some championship that I never lost in the first place. Let's believe.
I'm standing outside Roman Reigns' locker room.
Locking the door?
Well, we were all shocked to see you.
Boy. You write your own material? The questions this evening, so I'll have to tell you, wasting each other's time. If you have anything...
My question is, will Roman sign the contract?
But that's something you'd have to ask Roman Reigns. Good question.
340-pound uber athlete, the effervescent.
He is limitless.
Times with the limo and the long horns. You are in this world. And I just want you to be prepared for that. Only $1 million to get in. Courtesy. Way. But you lose. Ever.
Night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to climb to this New Day brethren out with injury, taking out a man who is... Well, ladies and gentlemen, the SmackDown post-show, Noah Braxton, and this past week, the guest host was The Miz.
You are world champion material. Stupid hats, and I was told to change that. And that's when I...
But I also want to explain to you that these are the same conversations out on our own, that we did what felt right to us. Cole, we never should have made it. I want to continue to trust him for the sake of being stoic. But when I feel something like I feel something...
Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in.
The first thing that came to mind when I saw Big E on Talking Smack, but not everyone shares my opinion on...
Sheamus feels as though he should be looked at as the leader of the lot.
Yesterday on Talking Smack.
Said in Talking Smack, man. Back since the New Day started. And now's your time to shine and all that. They haven't been holding you back. It's your time to fall.
Sheamus is someone who knows Big E very, very well.
Oh, be sour. Clap for power. And his opponent weighing in at 200.
You know, Big E is going it alone now as his...
The utmost importance in this business. However, Miz was trying to get
the Power podcast, the greatest action.
We're over here plugging his stuff, and he's assaulting me with ring.
Big E versus Sheamus. Big, major, and
singles momentum to a screeching halt tonight. This is deep.
Oh, Big E loves to have fun. He loves to entertain, but he was matchup for the SmackDown brand because jockeying for perhaps a title
between two big bulls tonight at Payback.
Big E with a Sheamus was embarrassed that night. Retribution got involved, and
from the opening bell, not holding any
issue with Big E stepping up and becoming a locker room leader.
Has bested Big E and New Day many times as he can knock off Big E tonight.
Yeah, the New Day 8-time tag team. Two big bulls going at it in this matchup. Sheamus 285.
And I honestly believe it's going to come down to which one of these individuals.
Sheamus looks to control Big E. Early going.
Absolutely. As I mentioned before.
Ducks underneath the attempted clothesline and a high elbow.
Down, you may not have a chance to get back up.
As we talk about Big E going it alone as a singles compel.
Sheamus. Championship reigns in the past as a singles competitor are
just on the apron.
At Big E's past championship reigns
here in 2020. And
the error. If Sheamus capitalizes
in, and Sheamus now on the attack to work on the knee of Big E.
And if you think about it, there's a lot of but for some reason people don't associate Sheamus with a
Big E. It does not allow Big E to use the power game.
Big E is,
and also Sheamus does have a sip in the past. Big E and by Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior with a planted knee.
Knee of Big E.
Break the grip.
Sheamus's eyes at the moment.
He loves this methodical.
Big E now fighting an uphill battle with an injured leg.
He is twisted in the hands of Sheamus. And remember, Corey, we talk a lot about the fact that Big E, the pressure continues, and you have to wonder if Big E's going to tap out. Wanted to make Corey is Big E's been in a tag team for the last 5 or 6 years. The Irish Curse backbreaker and a kick out by Big E at 2.
Oh, press, and now
a half crab. Back of Big E.
Look at the way that Big E's spine is bent.
Will Big E tap out, or will he be able to power out trying to for offense?
He just roused Sheamus's. Not cracked a few teeth or busted his jaw. That from Big E.
And now Sheamus going to head up to the top rope. Oh, what a throw by Big E.
And the adrenaline.
Now with and a headbutt by Sheamus.
Right on.
Sheamus in the corner, cover now by Big E. Uses it up to put his opportunity as he again goes back to the injury.
Rolling to the outside of the ropes. Half a step slower than usual just due to the damage. Big Irish battering ram.
A hammer. And now the belly to belly by Big E.
Nonetheless. And this is exactly what
who's taking advantage. Down, kick out at 2.
Big E needs to keep the weight primarily on Big E's power.
Critical point in this match. Big E.
2 big, strong, heavy hitters.
Feet first. Big E with a right. Now one from Sheamus.
Exchange.
Now Sheamus back to his feet. And
Sheamus can step through. Oh, my goodness. And out again, the incredible amount of torque and pressure.
Fingertips away, and he makes it. Going to have to break Sheamus. Big E.
Sheamus put all of
got to warn. He hit hard. And what that does, Corey, is by Big E driving Sheamus off the apron to the floor.
Fighting through the pain.
High risk move.
Trying to fire himself up.
Sheamus, though, slides to the back now. Looking to roll up Big E. And again on the bad leg of Big E.
Sheamus has it in.
He's trying to do anything he can to work himself out of this predicament. Sheamus has to break the hold. Oh, and what a knee.
Wow.
Instinct alone by Big E.
Listen to this impact.
Like a Sheamus, Corey, you got to wonder, what do I need to do to keep Big E?
You know Sheamus has got to be thinking about the bro E, no doubt.
Sheamus is in position. Big E doesn't know. Planting Sheamus. And Big E hooks the inside leg and picks up the E. Corey, we learned a lot about Big E.
Big E continued to fight on.
Grace, you preach to us that I'm ready. Let's go, Grace.
Plays. Nobody believes what capable of in the ring. As we believes the future is bright, and after looking in his eyes.
You hear me? Open your ears, baby.
I hear you.
Let's go.
Earn my championship opportunity. Well, after the performance, back now as Big E celebrates his victory. Broadcast colleague, Elise Ashton.
Victory for Big E, and now pro Matt Riddle. Roster, how motivated are you to beat Corbin?
SmackDown, Corbin's been really harsh in my vibe, you know, with it. But I get it. He's afraid that King is going to run all over King.
Tonight he will prove that you're at home.
Over King Corbin.
Now Matt prove that Matt Riddle is a
Look, I don't like. Hey, I'm just trying to stay positive. Like, I'm positive.
Oh, your lead.
Yeah. No, we'll beat Bailey and...
Agreed.
The following contest, King. Finally, an entrance fit for it.
And WWE, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did get an opportunity to look up that here in the WWE ring. By the way, he's already
Corbin incredibly well. Corbin knows exactly what you saw. The demeanor in Riddle's face change just moments.
Corbin, the reigning king of the ring, on the scene.
And his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in, Riddle.
Riddle screaming at King Corbin to humble King Corbin at Payback.
Matt Riddle brings the horsepower.
Blasting Riddle with a clothesline. And look at King Corbin driving Riddle back to the corner.
Because Riddle hasn't earned it in Corbin's book.
Oh, King
I talked to the King about this. He feels that there is no press with Matt Riddle.
Well, now King Corbin bringing the
heavy right.
Golden Gloves boxing champion. King Corbin
had in mixed martial
cover now by Corbin. And
as Riddle was making his entrance, right as the pyro. As I said, you can't discount. But that doesn't always translate to success in a W.
Superstars. Featherson's arriving here in WWE. Very out there.
Raining down rights and Riddle beginning. King Corbin needed to create some space.
Riddle is a submission artist.
Corbin has had great success as a grappler prior to W. Strategy for a much larger opponent.
Creates separation. Corey, did you hear what hooked in?
King Corbin is
fighting Corbin yet again, trying to neutralize the much
and cross faces, wearing King Corbin down and back.
Create the separation that he needs here and just sling.
We always mentioned the motor of Matt Riddle constantly moving forward.
On Riddle, isn't enough. Riddle kicks out at 2.
And that just hinted slightly to the left.
When I was making earlier, his Hall of Famer Booker T thinks King Corbin.
That King Corbin.
And Corbin with a straight, terrible attitude of Corbin.
Quite well with King Corbin.
Wow. That's why I'm the king. Come on, bro.
Chicken wing applied here to.
Now it's Matt Riddle beginning to fade away in the middle of Riddle trying to free his jaw, which will definitely minimize the
waist lock by Riddle, well placed. The side slam to Riddle, cover.
Look of frustration beginning to build on the face of King Corbin.
Hosting WWE Payback here tonight.
Once again. Collecting his own rank.
Hit right to the chest by Riddle. And Riddle again with well placed. Maybe not. Turning Riddle inside out with a high elbow.
King Corbin learning as we look once again. Outrageous impact.
We've learned about Riddle, Corey, is that
Riddle.
It plants him.
Off Corbin.
Now Riddle and Corbin slides underneath the ring. Corbin's down. Riddle's got
right on the ear of the King.
Riddle doesn't want a count-out victory. He wants to pin Corbin.
Matt Riddle realizing he's not going to get many opportunities to.
Oh, what a kick again by Riddle. That stuns King Bill with momentum. Forearm after forearm. And now the running knee. Cover.
See a dazed look in the eyes of King. Still wasn't enough to solve King Corbin in this instance.
Riddle trying to figure out what do I do now. United States Championship.
SmackDown from King Corbin. Open hand strikes all over the body.
Doubled over. Well-placed kick by Riddle.
Let's look at this once more.
King is doubled over after the kick from Riddle.
For one of those, it'll shut you down in a hurry. Your whole body just stops.
With Riddle up on the top rope, and Matt Riddle continues to fight back. Now, deep 6 by Corbin. And Corbin's frustrated.
Both of Matt Riddle's legs, realizing what
Corbin.
That's going to be it.
And goes into the cover now.
Understandably so. Look at this once more. Realizing what he's dealing with. Corbin may not like Riddle.
Mount Riddle. And he continues to talk. Now as Riddle turned to his stomach and now.
Corbin able to escape for the moment.
Triangle. Riddle with kick again right to the liver area, as you mentioned. The
King.
And now Riddle's going to go up to the top. The cover now on Corbin. Both legs hook.
Riddle. What an upset. Counted. The original bro is. And then he WWE, the king of Friday Night SmackDown.
And that Riddle with the victory, thanks to the floating.
Here is your winner. Riddle under their SmackDown roster on notice. The Stallion.
Yes. Oh, just did it.
Matt, after everything Baron Corbin has said and
humiliated, embarrassed, sore loser King Corbin. Coming up next on WWE Payback, it is all about you got Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, who knows if you get back now to the end of May. In the beginning,
tag team title time.
Sasha Banks and
and back our tag team titles when we wanted to. Are you?
Top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Century so elementary, y'all know who I am when they mention me. Never know any limitations, you ain't the real. On top, cause we so fly.
Our friendship is unstoppable.
Best tag team champions ever.
Back, it is boss time. Sasha Banks, what happened? The WWE Women's 4th day as SmackDown Women's Champion.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Sasha Banks.
About this on Friday night, the one thing that may get Bayley against a team from Monday Night Raw and Jackson Baszler, we don't. I'm sure they've got something.
Yes, last weekend was less than ideal for Bayley. In a short period of time, there's no way Bayley stole 2 championships. And how much for Sasha Banks to dust herself off and get back. First from San Diego, California,
Nia Jax,
one of the most dominant forces the world has ever known. And her tag team partner. Baszler and Jax were going to have to peacefully coexist, which may not even be the reason Jax and Baszler had out for #1 constantly.
Placed into this matchup with Jax and Baszler. Sasha Banks in Raw Monday night in that lumberjack match. Baszler pivotal.
Follow my lead. Follow me.
Baszler's going to lead the way as she tags herself into the match.
A protege of none other than Ronda Rousey.
Drives Baszler into the corner. Now lean off. Intensity in Baszler's eyes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my God. And Banks doesn't want Baszler.
Shayna's made a career for herself on inflation.
The way she's twisted the arm into
how dominant and dangerous Shayna Baszler has the capability of.
The apron as Bayley sent Baszler into Nia.
And Nia favored
team by Banks and Bayley on Baszler this now. And Baszler at 1 able to roll the shoulder up.
Phenomenal stretch.
And you're talking about the dominance of Baszler.
Shayna has yet to truly be.
But it's a great opportunity. And Sasha Banks, who's only delivered 2 though, and Bayley comes in off the tag.
And this is what the difference is going to be. We said it from the
now, and Nia Jax using Banks, tossing her to the. Was that not wise? As Bayley's driven into the barricade. Oh my God, grabbing Sasha, now slinging her around.
That is game-changing power.
There's a Nia Jax who just steamrolls through Bayley. Trying to avoid having Nia Jax in the matchup. What a spot of Bayley. Cover now on Bayley. Is there
Nia. I'm thinking about that resembling shrewd, Cole. That was dumb. That was shrewd. That was downright brilliant.
And now overzealous Shayna Baszler. And now they have Bayley are rolling like this, Corey. It's a joy to watch.
Good by Shayna Baszler, chopping out the leg of the
rights and lefts.
And this is what Banks and Bayley are going to have to do. Quick, lay it down if possible. And this is what Banks and Bayley are going to have to do. Keep Nia down if possible.
Bayley continues to focus on. You mentioned Bayley. Notice how she hooked the leg closest to the ropes, but
be abrasive. They may be obnoxious, but Banks and Bayley paired.
Banks, I should say by Jax. Sasha, the expression on her face.
And this is where the lack of her knees. Now she needs to tag Shayna Baszler.
And then Banks, Sasha as a weapon.
Again.
And now
Jax trying to apply a heel hook or a knee bar of some sort. Totally effective now.
Nia tagging her across the ring to the corner to make the tag to Shayna Baszler. A lethal combination. Baszler sliding knee right to the Baszler with a gut wrench. Planting Bayley face first. By Bayley. The champs are really the ferocious, merciless. Nia Jax said, we got this after Baszler said we can.
Working together, and this is what it's going to take.
To do it. Oh, and Sasha, though. Great counter.
Amazing that Sasha had the wherewithal as we take another look. This and preserve the matchup, at least for the moment.
And Bayley going to head up to the top rope. Now tag made to the top rope as Baszler's blasted off the apron. Nia kicked out of the frog splash. Nia and now Banks and Bayley trying to retain. Kick out at 2.
You got feet again.
Tag, Bayley's legal. Double tag, Baszler's legal.
I'm not sure if the champ.
And Baszler looking for the careful to. And Baszler looking at Bayley's in the careful to clutch. She's got Banks in the right now. And Banks trying to force it. Bayley taps out. Bayley taps.
And the new and Shayna Baszler.
I've never in all my years seen anything women's tag team champions.
Shayna Baszler just pulled off here tonight.
Spectacular. Congratulations to Nia Universe now. It never will be.
Wow, what a win. Congratulations, you are now the new. Personally, I gotta say, as a team, you killed it. You just said best friends, so how does it feel?
Shut up, Charlie, we won!
You'll celebrate! Congratulations.
In the near future for the two champs, but hey.
Well, you know, Shayna and really Banks at the same time.
That was nothing.
Dejected and disappointed. The new WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. I can't believe it.
WWE Payback is streaming live on the unprecedented fan viewing experience at Payback. Just moments ago, we crowned new role models. Absolutely heartbroken.
Heartbroken, I told you. Stabilizing both Bayley and Sasha Banks to secure with the legend killer Randy Orton throughout this year.
The limitless Keith Lee goes one-on-one Drew McIntyre.
Orton, the biggest challenge.
McIntyre just saved himself. Went for the RKO. Hold on a second.
There's no way, Randy Orton. I'll kick your damn head off.
I have done what to whomever I want to do it to. Pity. Who the hell do you think you are? I am Randy Orton.
Oh my.
And salutations, Mr. Orton. And I have come here.
This man is for sure to take with some wings.
Debuting limitless Keith Lee. Look at the eyes of Randy Orton. He doesn't know. He hooks it. Oh, and look at the end. He's standing.
If you're watching this right now.
Bleeding in the brain, and that could lead to a career.
My friend get loaded into an ambulance. I know that I can't say the same.
He is limitless.
Introducing first, from Wichita Falls, game changer, moment maker has come to Payback with one thing in from Wichita Falls, Kansas, weighing in at 3. Moment maker, anomaly, with one thing in mind, and that is gaining a measure. And tonight,
You have to, former NXT champion went straight to the top of the mountain. The life of Keith Lee to overcome.
And there is no limit to his ambition. As tonight.
And his opponent, the Apex Predator, Randy.
Interrupted and then challenged Randy Orton. The skull of the WWE champion has a hairline jaw fracture. With understand the man he's stepping in the ring with.
You know, much about the matter about his fellow co-workers. Well, tonight it is all.
Here's the other thing you got to be concerned about if you're Keith Lee. Wanted by Keith Lee, but now Randy Orton is to the Monday Night Raw roster.
Here's the situation. In Orton's eyes, offered the privilege of Randy to blame the Legend Killer.
I cannot blame the Legend Killer. It's the time he picks the place and he picks when to strike.
Eyes off of Randy Orton. I think Keith Lee is very well aware of
WWE, Keith Lee versus Randy. And has had a number of days now to prepare for freakish athletic ability of the unknown.
Right now is doing that. He is keeping Keith Lee grounded. Not against
250 pounds of Orton means 3 again. And Orton, whoa! Look at those
men his size are not supposed to do.
That's more of a he's all about after this past week on Raw. The officials begun
what we saw Monday night. You're sensing early frustration.
And I demand your respect. Lee staring right back at the Viper.
The engine's starting to steam.
And Orton's just magnum.
That is a receipt, Curtis.
And Keith Lee can drop bombs. Corner, shoulder first into the post. Left shoulder.
He knows how to use every inch of this arena to his advantage.
Case in point, Joe. Randy Orton utilized
the strength of Orton. But Orton is right there to meet him.
And now
Randy Orton obviously still from Drew McIntyre. Now into the cover.
The last thing Randy Orton wants is to be able to lead payback.
So you talk about a rough week. This is a man of Randy Orton.
And that's the sadistic wonder about Randy Orton is that he has the ability to be in the middle of this ring is evidence of that.
So you've been in the ring.
You are staring at it in the middle of this ring. And let me explain the advantage in this contest.
It's fascinating what Lee. Keith Lee, these big. An elbow by. Have you ever seen Orton?
The impact again.
Orton was standing. Randy, yes, sir.
The same thing, Orton.
Watch this.
Show in the world to beat Randy Orton.
Think about Keith Lee.
7. Monday Night Raw.
This is what happens when you take your eyes off the Viper.
In a week by that move.
That's the veteran experience on.
Randy Orton has not forgotten about what he wants most. The one of the WWE Universe at Payback. A sadistic Legend Killer. Poised time. Look at the strength. Look at the power.
Unbelievable.
Randy got him.
Here is your with the spear from out of nowhere. Win for Keith Lee. This is an incredible.
You have to say this is the biggest. Watch this again. Keith is set up for the RKO, and Byron, the sheer
of Keith Lee's career, hitting the shoulders.
The Raw roster in style tonight. The limitless Keith Lee is here to.
Roman has signed his contract and will be competing tonight.
You watch SmackDown. Roman's guaranteed he will be in the trains offered, not a prediction, but a spoiler. You can believe that. Satisfied?
The guarantees that Paul Heyman mean here in WWE, but we hold hard match for the Universal Championship. That's still the
win of Keith Lee's career.
Matter of moments, it's Seth Rollins and Murphy eradicate the Monday Night Messiah.
You tried to end my career. Mercy for your son. There is to cross.
The greater good that you fight for, Slam. My dream is to kick your ass.
You.
WWE matches. He competes in a street.
I need you to promise me that you're not going to get involved.
You're dominant. And Ray can do absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Rey Mysterio finally gets Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio is amped up to the rope.
Dominic Mysterio in 619.
Get Dominic Mysterio pull
the midsection.
Everyone has a that it's not just gonna be you, legacy that will end up being you.
This is the man who countered at the Horror Show at Extreme Rules by Rey Mysterio. Rollins looking to do away with the Mysterios as Rollins goes one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. Reminder tonight, immediately following the Payback pay-per-view, 2015, a Hallmark night.
Anybody else a little uncomfortable with Seth Rollins out here?
San Diego, California, the team of Dominic. Another opportunity for father and son, Rey and Dominic, to go up against Rollins and Murphy was at the WWE Thunderdome at Amway Center, and maybe take out Rollins and Murphy.
But payback when it comes to Seth Rollins.
And Byron, because, as I just mentioned, for months this year. Oh, wait a minute, and Dominic Mysterio out of the gates.
Out of the gate.
And Joe, it is that anticipation that the Monday Night Messiah and the Disciple early.
I'll tell you,
Give it to me. Let me have it.
Know yourself.
Right. And Joe, this is brilliant by the Mysterios.
Let me explain to you why. I mean, you know, when it comes to Seth, that throws anybody off the plan.
Kick right to the midsection of Mysterio. Joe looked fantastic in the sending Rollins hard to the outside.
You take care of it.
Joe, you said the reason he's been called the architect throughout his career. Showing what he's capable of. Family, in comes Rey. Great teamwork by father and son. Cover and a
son standing next to him side by side, fighting the good fight.
Come on, Seth!
Self back into this matchup.
Be careful what you wish for, Rey.
Rollins and Mysterio, they've been going at each other for much greater good.
There is too much pride you are dealing with.
Recover, Rey Mysterio couldn't put away Rollins. From the word go that has thrown Rollins and Murphy.
And for Seth Rollins and Murphy to establish
here against Rey Mysterio. Now a tag made to Murphy. I don't know. Oh, Mysterio saying stay down.
That's that special relationship between Messiah and Disciple.
Oh.
The Disciple Murphy has to Seth Rollins.
And Murphy's become emboldened over the last few months. We saw how he,
in the eyes of Seth Rollins,
for Murphy. Saw how his shoulder into Rey Mysterio's gut. Made back in comes Murphy, and Joe, now you have to wonder the early.
Certainly not, Tom. I mean, as I'm seeing this match unfold right now. Oh, look at the taunting.
Pick him up, put him on your head.
With Seth Rollins and Murphy taunting.
Waving at Dominic. This goes Murphy.
That time the taunting backfired.
And he got him. Tag made. Dominic is licking arrow. Great transition by Rollins. Cover.
I respect the fearless nature.
Elevated when this match was beginning as Rollins is that he can't put the Mysterio family behind him.
Oh, I've the torture and the agony that he's put this family through. They keep standing
for Rey Mysterio, and now his son Dominic trying to follow.
And Murphy snap suplex into the cover. Hand. Now Murphy, abdominal stretch here, strikes all across the body of Dominic Mysterio. It's a street fight between Rollins and Dominic.
Competing in this match, essentially half blind.
Watch his son be dissected by
trauma, sitting there, watching your son being his head for a long time, and I guarantee you, it's fueling the fury.
This is a moment that Seth Rollins is just watch.
These are the sick games.
Come on, Dom. Come on.
Back, trying to make it to the corner. Oh!
This is dangerous territory for Dominic.
Oh, and look at Murphy was trying to do damage.
Dominic Mysterio has cleared the path.
Murphy and Rollins down near the barricade.
On that daylight.
Dominic's trying to pick up the pace, but Rollins now.
Rollins got it.
Rollins kicked off, and now into the corner. Tag made.
Whoop.
Rey Mysterio on the move.
Oh, for himself and Dominic to win this.
It's legal. Going up to the top rope here. Rollins.
Rey Mysterio cannot let up. Monday Night Messiah.
A lot of
and Dominic to win this, and if he's got to do it by himself.
Top rope here. Rollins is stunned into the moon.
Cannot let up.
A lot has been taken out of Rey Mysterio. Oh, went to the 619. Rollins able to duck it. And now Mysterio able to roll through.
He just saved Seth Rollins.
And what is this?
Oh! What a dig!
Who's going to get the advantage here now?
Caught with a backbreaker, and Rollins a dead.
Going well for the Monday Night Messiah whatsoever.
A lot.
Watch this. Stopped hard by Seth Rollins. And now Murphy starting to come to life on the outside. Rey and Rollins in the ring.
It's a battle of attrition.
disciple.
Now turning his attention back on Rollins.
Intercepted in mid. Could this be it for the Mysterio legacy?
Mysterio did it. And ribs of Mysterio.
So that was the deciding. Watch this one more time. Boom! This kick now at Payback.
Self. Put Rey Mysterio down all by himself.
Trying to do it to Rey Mysterio. Now Rey, Monday Night Messiah. Broken up by with Rey Mysterio, but Dominic in at the last. Dominic long enough. The two Eagle superstars in this match. And now Rey Mysterio.
I have to admit, I'm not like the Mysterio family.
Dominic trying to eliminate Dominic. They weren't done yet. And now both super.
Rey Mysterio, Dominic out of the equation.
Where's the engine?
Tag Rollins. Murphy kick. Rollins out. And now Rey. Oh, look out.
He's heavy on the 5.
Oh, and the sun launching the
Dominic Mysterio going up.
For the Mysterios win.
This victory is for the entire
Messiah and the disciple are finally
who would secure the pinfall victory. What a moment for father and son.
Out Rollins, and that allowed the Mysterios to take her line.
First with a 619, and then
at the same time the disciple appears to have failed.
He can go a long way.
And Rey Mysterio exact his measure of fame. Tonight is Payback. The Mysterios.
Rolling, baby.
No.
The Transley of the Hurt Business. Big night for MVP's crew.
To Bobby Lashley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it moments ago. Champions. But the question we're going to have is, who will be the
Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman back and forth arriving.
But, well, we found out that there's a new entry into the title. This is Falls Count. And Strowman out with a choke slam. He stood right back up. The Fiend is back on his feet. It's a box cutter. He's slicing up the Sister Abigail. Another sister is champion again. Where the hell did he come from? We said SummerSlam. You'll never see it come.
Tonight, it's of all three individuals in that triple threat. I need their signature on.
We're really glad that you're our friend.
You to sign this for the Fiend.
Just signed a couple of death warrants.
Here goes nothing. Contract for Payback. Okay.
Changes that we need. And I'm telling you right now, red match, wreck everyone and leave. That is not just a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Leave that.
And it is for the